JSAUX sent me the split everyday case. This box is so tall, it's really hard to keep it in the frame of this video, but I've been using the split protective case for a while now, since sometime last year when they sent me that, and I really love that case. After I put it on, it has not left my Switch 2, but this could be a new contender. This does a couple of things differently than the split protective case. There's a couple of different features. It does come with a travel cover that is magnetic, which is cool, which I will show you. But yeah, I'll talk about what comes in this box, what the features are for this one compared to the split protective case, who this is for versus who the split protective case is for, and whether or not you should get this case, and we'll talk about all that in just a second. Alright, I just wanted to get right into it. So this over here, using my Joy-Cons are still in here, this is the split protective case that I had on the Switch 2. I took the Switch 2 out of this part so you can see exactly what this looks like. This is the travel cover that comes with it. This one's really nice because it has spots for games. If you're not a person that carries around games, like I have a little carrying case, so this doesn't really matter to me particularly, but if you want to bring like 10 games with you real quick on a short trip, this is actually a really great case. You don't have to bring a separate thing. But this is also a like hardcover case that's actually really nice and very protective. These things are raised for the joysticks to go under so they don't get all messed up when they're in your bag. So that's a really cool feature. This is something I really like about JSAUX, these hardcovers, is I have the same one. I have the mod case for the Steam Deck, and it has a similar front cover, and this thing is great. There's also a mod case for the Switch 2, but I don't have that, but it does. The mod case, I believe, will have this cover as an option as well, which is really nice. The cover that you get with the split everyday case is this one here, and it is magnetic. So you could take it right off, and then it just kind of like slaps right back on. This is super useful because the other case, or the other travel cover, you kind of have to like, I don't know how to describe it, but you have to like hook it on the top and then clip it over the bottom. And so to have this be like a really easy, just, you know, when you're done playing a game and you want to put it in your bag, you just slap this on here, and gotta make sure that it is in the center, and then you just put it over, and it just gently covers the screen. Whereas the other travel cover, this guy right here, this like fully covers the top and the bottom of the Switch, and it leaves a little spot for you to be able to charge, which, let's see, there does not appear to be any kind of spot on the top here for you to be able to charge from the top. There is a little hole on the bottom here, so you can plug into the bottom, but not from the top, which is kind of a compromise, but at the same time not really a huge deal because Switch 2 luckily has 2 USB-C ports. All right, so one thing, I was actually about to put this down, one thing you might notice is that this does not have a spot for the kickstand. Let's try to get it into the light here. This is completely blocked off. So it is raised in the center, and this part is a little bit lower, but you can't use the kickstand while this particular center part is on the Switch 2, which is why they give you this thing. This is a little stand. So you can open this up, and this is actually, it actually works differently than you think. The Switch 2 sits like this. So like the screen would be facing this way. So this is just makes it a little bit sturdier to hold it up. But this is kind of a nice feature, nice little thing. This came in the box for free. Like it was not free. Part of the price of this thing is this little stand, which gets an extra part to bring with you. And so if that is something that you don't want to have to do, the split protective case might be better for you, because split protective case does have a little cutout here for the kickstand. The thing is though, that cutout makes this section a little flimsy, and there's not really anything that JSAUX can do about it, because any of the cases that I've seen that has a cutout for the kickstand, it's like that. That's just how it's going to be, because you can't keep that strong but also have the entire opening available for the kickstand. That being said though, I still really do like this case, and I think it's still a really good option. Now the Joy-Con covers for both of these cases, they're identical. These are exactly the same. So I don't have to put it on the Joy-Con to tell you that these are really nice. The grips are like really good. Like my fingers like fall exactly on where the it's designed to. I mean, this fits my hand perfectly. I don't have very big hands. It's kind of a weird thing to admit, but I don't have very big hands, so this fits my hands perfectly. So if you do have big hands, it might be a little bit different for you, but I think these are very comfortable. And so these are identical. I mean, they don't make any different ones. There's no way to swap out the grips for the JSAUX ones, which is one caveat because some of the other brands do have that. But these are really nice. They have a nice texture. They're very grippy, and like the shape is really nice. So you don't necessarily need to change these out. And some of the other brands, the grips aren't textured. They're just kind of like a smooth plastic. So they do offer more grip, but not as much as something like this. But yeah, there's, you know, that's basically all the real differences here. They are both dockable. I can say that the split protective case, middle, the tablet part, when you put the Switch 2 in the dock, it is a little bit snug. Nothing happens to your Switch 2, like it won't get damaged anyway, but it's like just thin enough to be snug. So when you take the system out, you kind of have to both pull the system up and kind of push the dock down at the same time, or else the dock will just go up with it and then kind of like fall off. But this should also be dockable because it's like the same thickness as this main part. Now, actually, from what I can feel, this does feel like it might be a little bit thicker of plastic. So I'll have to actually grab my docking station and then just give it a test on video to show whether or not it actually truly is dockable. It's advertised as dockable, so I want to take their word for it. I do trust JSAUX products a lot. I really do like their products, and my other camera just shut off. My other webcam just shut off. So we'll let that resolve itself. But yeah, in just a second, I'll grab my Switch 2 dock. We'll put this case on the Switch 2, and we will put it right in the dock and see if it works. All right, got my webcam working again. So we got the Switch 2 in the split everyday case. The Joy-Con grips are the same. Like I said, I didn't take them off. I just kept the ones from the split protective case on because they're identical. But we're gonna dock this system, and the light turns on. So yeah, it is dockable. It is a little bit snug, just like the split protective case is if you try to pull this system out. Well, actually, this works a little bit better. I feel like it's a little bit smoother, actually. The action of sliding the system out and putting the system back in actually feels a bit smoother with this one. I think the split protective case, if I have all this stuff piled on top of it. I don't have a lot of room on my desk right now. Let's see. Split protective case is has this kind of like texture to it, like it's this like design to it, and I think that grabs. It must, because when I have this case on and I go to pull the system out, it gets stuck. But not the split everyday case, which slides. Yeah, this slid right out, so I didn't have any problem with that, and my webcam froze and shut off. So yeah, this Switch is a low battery. I have not used it in a bit. I was playing Pragmata, which is really cool. But yeah, split everyday case is really nice. Not having the kickstand could be a make or break feature for you, or whatever you want to call it. Feature, I don't know. But I don't use the kickstand really ever, so that's not a big problem for me. And I really like the ease of being able to just slap on the travel cover and be done. That's much lower profile. Well, it's about the same profile as the other travel cover, this guy right here. But this has like a really nice texture to it, and this looks really cool. This looks modern and sleek, and my understanding is water resistant, so if you spill a little water on this, you can just brush it right off. You don't have to worry about getting the system wet by accident, which is really nice. I would say that it feels like this travel cover probably is more protective than this travel cover, but I guess it's all preference. I mean, it depends on what you're doing. I'm throwing this in a backpack to, you know, go on quick trips, like go on a flight. I have a backpack with put all my in-flight entertainment in there, and so I can put my Switch 2. Even with this, if I put anything on top of it, I don't have to feel worried about anything, you know, putting pressure down on the screen, because this thing is sturdy. But Yeah, that's the split everyday case compared to the split protective case. Both cases are really nice. This one I believe is $34.99. I'll put the price on the screen after I confirm it, just to make sure I have that correct for you, because I was looking this up the other day. The split protective case, I believe, even with the travel cover, I believe is $29.99, but you can get the split everyday case with this travel cover instead of this one. You have that customizability on JSAUX website, and I believe it's the same price as a split protective case with that travel cover. Or you can get all this without the travel cover at all and get the travel cover later, which will be a little bit more expensive, but you have that option, which is really nice. I've always really liked JSAUX products, and you know, I stand by them 100%. I think they're great, and I really think that this could be a great case for you if you are a person that loves to grab your Switch 2 and just grab it and go from the dock, throw it in a backpack. You can keep this guy nearby. It won't work in here, but you probably could just like open it up, put it in the dock, and then have it like that. You probably wouldn't want to do that. I think there are fans on the top of the Switch too. There are fans. You don't want to do that. But it's a really nice case, and if you're interested in that, I will have links below for you to be able to buy it directly from JSAUX. But you know, if you're really interested in more Switch 2 accessory videos, you can click on my face up here and subscribe. If you really liked this video, it really helps the channel if you hit that like button down there. It tells YouTube this is a good video and more people should see it. But otherwise, I'll see you on the next one.